Hello everyone, this is the Silent K, and today we're going to be playing some MekHQ. Specifically, we're going to be playing MekHQ and not MegaMek, because today we are doing just some repair and refit, and I was maybe doing a little stuff before I got started. When last we left off, we had just finished this objective raid contract for the Federated Commonwealth, and they paid us quite a lot of money for finishing it early. And so we had started ordering some weapons that I know we're going to want. Sadly, all the ones I really want are not available to a unit of our size in this time frame. I'm hoping at the turn of the year, at the beginning of 3047, maybe some more things will become available, specifically XL engines. I'm not sure exactly when those were introduced or when they become available, but for right now, they're out of our grasp. So that is sad to me. We were just about out of medium lasers, or correction, I think we were out of medium lasers. So I went ahead and ordered 10 of those because you can never have enough. They're just kind of the staple weapon. We are going to be reorganizing the TO and E today. This is our first mission. This is our most recent mission. Yeah, we finished both of our objectives in just 5 missions. So that was really smooth sailing. The only contract that's available to us right now at this point is on this planet Summer, which is 2 jumps away, but it's 2 jumps away in the wrong direction because I'm trying to be up here in the thick of the Rasselhog Republic when the clans invade. That's the goal anyway. So moving from Scandia to Summer doesn't really fit that plan. Also, it's a garrison contract, which you can't finish one of those early. So I wasn't going to commit to 4 months on a planet. I'd like to stay more moving than that. The first order of business, before I forget, is going to be to ransom these prisoners. I think, yes, Adriana Torres is also getting ransomed. We don't need a green vehicle gunner badly enough to keep her on the books for 170 days about. Everyone else is just sprains and bruises. So those will all be good XP for our medics. So we're gonna keep them around because also, you know, elite vehicle gunners are somewhat useful, especially because, here in just a second, one of them has a gunnery of 0 with 2 special abilities. One of them, actually, I hadn't noticed, natural aptitude piloting, but you have no piloting skill, so that really doesn't do any good. But the Sandblaster LRM-10, as long as we get him in the right kind of vehicle, that could be really handy. And honestly, with a gunnery of 0, pretty much any vehicle can be the right vehicle for him. So we've got a gunnery 2 and a gunnery 1. So yes, we are going to actually go ahead and recruit all of these people. We go back to active personnel and we sort. Are we sorted? I think we're sorted. Yeah, we've got. We're not sorted. We're sorted by rank. My bad. Give me just 1 sec. Put the most skilled people at the top and then sort by role. Okay, so we do have a couple of injuries. That's all well and good. Nothing too bad. Earl Sinclair has a total of 6 injuries, so I guess theoretically that should be lethal damage, but since they occurred in 2 separate missions, I guess it didn't count it that way. And I'm willing and able, I guess, to just let it stand as is. So he should be fine in 12 days, just a bunch of cuts and bruises. And then Wyvern also has a concussion for the next 2 weeks. So just to double check, yes, we don't have any unassigned patients. Everyone is being seen to by Dr. Delphine Chocolates. who is working towards that elite doctor XP. The next order of business, we've got a bunch of mechs and they are in the field. So let me just go ahead and move them into transport bay, which I know is kind of cheap, maybe a little cheesy. But frankly, without any elite techs, Russian bro, hey, how's it going? We're just doing some repair and refits today. Nothing too exciting. We're not going to be doing any missions. Just doing a bunch of boring maintenance between this contract and the next. So I hope you're down for that, and also I hope you're well. Haven't heard much about how you guys are all doing lately, and I hope you're all doing well. And as always, I do appreciate your support and all that good stuff. Where was I? I checked the infirmary. I was going to do repairs next. Most of these are going to be relatively minor. The archer's got some armor damage. This archer has barely any armor damage. The Orion, a little scuffed, nothing major. Atlas says it has heavy damage, but I think that's just because the head armor is all gone. Hoser's mech got the paint scratched. A little bit in the back, it looks like, down to 3 there. The blackjack that you took into combat didn't take too much damage. Looks like maybe a PPC to the arm, maybe some SRMs. Took a solid whack to the center torso, but not like it wasn't last week, the week before, when you took an autocannon 20 to the chest on round 1, basically. So, yeah, your mech's in a much better shape than it was then. Cronus with some armor damage. Wolverine with some minor armor damage. This Atlas, left over from before, we're already working on replacing that head. The right leg is going to just stay damaged, I guess. Warhammer should be done tomorrow. The Banshee took a wallop on that left leg, but nothing else too major. 14 points here, 23 points on that leg. Let's go ahead and have our most green tech go ahead and start reloading everything. Just to get all of that stuff off the list so that we know where we stand with the repairs. Austin doesn't have any ammo. And I'm doing this longhand because it the instant or the mass repair to me seems wonky, and I prefer to min-max who gets the XP. Like I try to make sure that the ones who are going to advance are the ones doing the work as much as possible. Oh, right, we also have this fire starter that we salvaged. Don't think we're going to be actually reloading that machine gun bin because there's no reason to. There are in fact reasons not to, at least one. And that is because ammo explosions are bad, very bad, especially with machine guns. Okay, we've got enough mechanics. I think we can just go ahead and do a blanket ×4 on all of those. Wrong button. Not the armor though. Okay, so that should keep our mechanics busy for a little while. Speaking of which, personal market, I want to make sure that we are trying to hire mech techs, because we can never have enough mech techs, and we will be spending 100,000 C-bills next week for that. Alright, so on to replacing some armor. That's going to be, I think, a bunch of regular techs mainly. Who's got least XP? It looks like Ogiko. Ojiko? I don't know. I just realized that was on a 7. That was probably not the best move. Oh, gaining XP for pulling 7s. Nice job, Ojiko. Go ahead and get started on that. I guess Daniel is next in line, so we'll take some of the bigger jobs here. Who was it that we were trying? Oh, I think our most advanced tech, our most advanced veteran is replacing the torso on that Warhammer. So we're going to save the little jobs for her when she gets done with that. Alright, this right arm, I don't want to have to replace that. So we'll go ahead and get Shasa started on that with no chance of critical failure. Just looking for the big jobs right now so that we can use up all of our tech's time until tomorrow. Who was I going to refit anyway? I had some ideas. I was looking at this Atlas perhaps. I'd like to put some double heat sinks on that. I have actually, I'd like to put double heat sinks on just about everything. I'd like to upgrade this Mackie, perhaps, make it combat viable. Let's see, the Stalker is already working. Hoser's Ride, I feel like, is already about as optimized as it can be. The Orion, I'd like to get some double heat sinks on that so we could save 3 tons. And also Ash had expressed interest in being the pilot of one of these archers, so I was going to do double heat sinks on one of those as well. As well as, you know, the Mark II archer here. We might just be rocking a trio of Mark III archers. So it really comes down to what we have time for, and we're gonna have close to 2 months of time, so that's enough time, I think, to refit several mechs. Get more gunnery stat, buying even more gunnery gets more expensive, right? Yes, it is an escalating scale. So up to a skill level of 5 is 5 points per level, but to go from 5 to 4 is 10 XP, from 4 to 3 is 20 XP, and then from there it goes up 20 XP per level. Let's see, where is Gato? You have 18 XP. So you're 2 points away from getting that 3-5 level. Go Hopping Master or Specialization Energy. Those should both be 20 XP as well, I believe. Hopping Jack is 20, yes. And then I think down here. Gunnery Specialization might actually be, yeah, that's 40. Weapon Specialist. I could have sworn Weapon Specialist was only 20. But I guess it's 40. And who knows, you might get lucky and pull a couple of XP in the meantime without going into combat. It's not likely, but all you'd need is 10 twice in a row, 10 or better on 2d6. Okay, we still got like 4 regular techs with full-time. Go ahead and get started on, I guess, some of these smaller jobs. Actually, Halima should probably be doing the smallest jobs of all. Heh? What's heh? It's a ways off for when I get to 3-4, so I won't worry about it. Yeah, well, you're 2 points from 3-5, and then from there you're only 10 points from 3-4, so you're only 12 XP from being a veteran. That's I would say fairly close. Two points for half an hour. And still screwed. Those are small enough jobs. I really want to save those for a couple of days from now when my veteran tech is available. These guys are all kind of low end regulars. I'm not really trying to advance them. But what I could do, just have them. Oh, 3. I don't need a 3. Oh, it's the head she's working on, not the torso. That's gonna take him a couple of days. We also need jump jets. Order one of those. We'll order another one of those. Order all of those, and then 6 more. So in case it ever loses all of its jump jets, we've got a stockpile enough to replace them. Excuse me. And then of course the thumpers. Alright, that's it for the thumpers for today. I think that's it for our mechs for the... Well, maybe not. Both green. I was like, why did that not get better? Okay, so I think that's about it for the repairs that we're trying to do today. Let's see. What else is on my to-do list? Oh yeah, I almost forgot. A couple of these recruits that we have bumping around are veteran or better, and therefore eligible for random abilities. So I've got the chart right here, and I've got a random number generator here. We're going to generate 55 for the first one. which is single weapon specialist. Okay, well, since you aren't in a mech, what we're going to do we'll just put a note there so that we know. Victor Rama, who has been no, it looks like the only mission he's been in was the one where we captured him. I saw the personnel log had a bunch of entries, but I guess that was just due to the injuries he sustained. So, oh, wrong tab. Next number is 5, which is dodge. Okay, that's not overpowered or anything. That's gonna be DM mode, edit, ability, dodge. Okay. Okay, next on the to-do list is figuring out how we're gonna build 3 lances. And also, I have no idea what I'm going to call the 3rd lance, but we're going to add a force. I guess my lance will do for now. We'll just sort these guys like so. So we've got a 5 mech assault lance here. We've got a 4 mech heavy lance here. So let's see. Ash had wanted to be in Archer. And I'll just go ahead, not the one that's damaged. We'll go ahead and activate this. Yes, Salmon will. And that'll be done tomorrow. Which means that it's not available to be assigned yet, I don't believe. Nope. Okay, so we're gonna have to wait a day before we can do that bit of reorganization. Before we get any further, I had also wanted to make sure that we have all of the weapons and parts that we need. So I was going to go through the parts in use report. I know, super exciting stuff, right? We're currently using 12 autocannon 10s, is that right? Wow. And we have 2 in storage, so we'll go ahead and buy another one of those. Autocannon 2s, we have 1 in storage, we're not using any. Autocannon 20, we're using 5, we have 1 in storage, that's fine, because, actually, you know what? Maybe a second one is good. We've got 88 shots of autocannon 2 ammo. We're using 19 autocannon 5s and we have 2 in storage. So we'll add 2 there. Armor standard. Let's go ahead and just buy another 10 lots, 50 tons. Armor kit, auto rifles, avionics. We're not too worried about bay doors. Double heat sinks. We have 72 in storage. Let's go ahead and buy, oh, say 28, make it an even 100. Fighter life support, flak ammo, which we haven't been using. We've got 3 flamers in storage. Foot actuators. Oh, those are in transit, but you know what? We could always use a 3rd 100-ton foot actuator, and it looks like it might be short here as well. Gauss rifle 3 on order, Gauss rifle ammo 104 shots on order. We've got 5 tons of machine gun ammo. We might end up selling some of that eventually. Hand actuators. We only have 1 100-ton hand actuator. Let's go ahead and pick up 3. Oh, I did not realize these are all actually already on order. So those are going to be coming in, no big deal. 127 heat sinks, we're good for those. We've got high explosive bombs. We've got illumination ammo for artillery pieces, which honestly, I tried using that in a match against Gribbly, and I found it to be kind of underwhelming. I don't really see the usefulness of it. 3 tons of paper clips, I know, right? Uh, jump jets, let's go ahead and pick up some jump jets, just enough for just enough to where we could reasonably refit pretty much any mech is what I'm trying for. Oh, the quick draw, of course. And landing gear, large laser. We might want another couple of large lasers. We've got LBX ammo, but we can't get the LBX, which is kind of a shame. Let's see, lower arm actuators. Go ahead and pick up a couple extras there. Let's see, we've got one of those on order. Cool. We do not have any of those in stock or on order. And we seem to be using quite a lot of them. 70 tons is a good size for me, I think. It's a good fit. I like 70-ton mechs. No, I already had that one already. LRM-10s, we've got 7, 2 in storage. LRM-15s, we've got 1 in storage. LRM-20, we have 2 in storage. LRM-5, we have 6 in storage. Wow, more than we're using. Center torsos we're not worried about, because if those get destroyed, there's no replacing them. The only exception would be endosteel center torsos, because you need those to do a refit to an endosteel structure, which is a thing that we might do further down the line. Okay, heads, I'm just going to trust that we have all of them because that's a complicated mess. Left arms, looks like we've got those on order. Left arm industrial, I'm not worried about. Got those on order. Those industrial, we're not worried about. So this guy, that is a left torso. Yeah, we've got them coming. Life support system. We have 1 in storage. We might pick up a second. They're cheap. Let's see, we've got some of those on order. We've got all of those on order. We don't have any 20 or 25 ton sensors, but I'm not too concerned about those weight classes. We're not really using mechs that light yet. Medium lasers. We're using 101 medium lasers. And we have 10 on order. Hopefully that's enough. Hopefully they don't get destroyed that quickly. We've got some narc pods, but I don't see narc launcher. I guess the ammo is easier to get a hold of. We've got 8 PPCs and none in storage. Let's fix that. We'll go ahead and pick up a spare salvage arm just for flavor. A couple small lasers in storage. SRM-2. We have as many as we're using. SRM-4, we could maybe use another spare. 6, we've got 3 of. Plenty of ammo of all types, it looks like. Who's moving all of this gear? Our mech warriors certified for forklifts too. We have logistics officers and Aztecs, I would say. But yeah, this is several tons worth of gear that we're going to be offloading from presumably dropships. Honestly, with the Jabberwocky recovery mech, it has hoists and cargo space. So I guess if you're mech certified, you're Jabberwocky certified. That's, I would say, better than a forklift. We have one cockpit in storage and 2 more on the way. That works for me. Standard gyro, we have 33 of them. We have 2 in storage for a total of 6 tons. We might want to pick up some variations in the gyros that we're using. We've got a thumper in storage, tracer ammo that we're not using. All right, upper arm actuators. We got that one, got that one, got that one. What's this? We do not have any of those. One. All right. I think that's it for that, other than gyros. Is that going to be its own category? It is. It's a very short category. So we've got, it looks like, two 2-ton gyros and 2 3-ton gyros in order in our warehouse. Let's go ahead and pick up one of each of those and maybe another 3-tonner, because those are popular. All those 280 engines that I've got in use, all of those 70-tonners with the 4.6 movement profile, which is, you know, warhammers and archers and guillotines and what else? Yeah, warhammers, archers, and guillotines. But between those 3 designs, we have 7 of them. So, let's see. So that was parts that I think I needed to order. Okay. So I think that's all we really need to do on day 1. Day 2 is going to be more repairs. Oh, who is not being maintained? That's general. The fire starter is not being maintained. Go ahead and assign Casa. No, Casa's doing refits. Veronica. Yeah, let's do Veronica for that. And for these 2, Lori it is. Alright, now we should be ready to advance 1 day. Campaign parts availability is 0 now? What happened? Thought we were at 4. Yeah, all of these. Well, I guess they usually say impossible because. Oh, I know why. Because we used up all of our administrators. Let's see. Failed to salvage the machine gun. Finished activating the archer. Good deal. Gauss rifle. Oh, because there must be a different administrator with a lower skill level. So that's cool. We should be able to pick that up the next day. Yeah, our parts availability should be 4 when we're between missions. 2 tons coffee, medium roast, individual boxes, 500 count. Yeah, that's why I'm doing this off of my regular schedule, is because I know it's kind of boring. Not everyone's going to be here for it. Some people just want to see giant robots smashing each other. But for me, half the fun of this game is the spreadsheets. I just have that, I guess, analytical, methodical, meticulous kind of mind that enjoys the nitty gritty. So, that's why I'm doing this on a Tuesday instead of during our normal time. Because I didn't want anyone to feel cheated out of a battle or anything. So let's see. Ash wanted to be in Archer 2R. Only here to remind you to give me a targeting computer. Unfortunately, targeting computers will not be available to the inner sphere for some time. I was going to try to get you some ER lasers for the blackjack, but they're not available yet. So we still don't have the veteran tech that we're trying to level up. So all of these 20-minute and less jobs, trying to wait on. But Penny can get started on maybe some of this stuff, some of these other jobs for some XP. Okay, so the Atlas is still inoperable until we can get a cockpit in it. Tape a Radio Shack Tandy to the mech and call it a day. I mean, according to the lore, that is basically what it is. Was it Loney? It was not Loney. It was, I don't remember who. But Loney can get started on this, because I believe Loney has Edge still. Seriously, we used our cockpit in the fire starter before the Atlas. That makes me feel stupid. I wish I hadn't have done that. This is just earning XP for all of our regular techs and our green techs. Doodles. I kind of want Doodles to be my armor guy. Yeah, you've got the least XP, so you do that one. You've got the second least, so you do that one. The ammo bins are for green mech, green techs, regulars, and do stabilizers if they need more XP. Or weapons, they don't. Just keep trying and failing. Thumper, I kind of don't want to risk screwing that one up. So I think that's all the repairs for one more day. We have any green techs? Still not doing anything. Yeah, we have a couple. Which means it's time to start. Normally I try to repair everything first. We'll go ahead and have her do that. Or not. 8 tons of Bitcoin. Is that how that works? How much does a Bitcoin weigh? Okay, we'll give it one more day on the Atlas. The Blackjack already has the double heat sinks. I'd like to put double heat sinks on the Cronus, but I'm worried about breaking Cannon a little bit there. Let's see. Cronus again. Ruby, right. In their physical weight or their environmental weight? I was talking about physical weight, but yeah, their environmental weight is just as important, if not more. Okay, we'll give our veteran techs one more day. Or do we? Do we? Is there anything? We can get started on this archer. And we want the Mark III archer, I think, with just double heat sinks and the forward-facing lasers, right? And their physical weight is that they're just data, so very light. Indeed. Let's see this. Drops the LRM-20s and replaces them with LRM-5s for ultimate cheese because you can fit in an extra medium laser and some heat sinks that way. Is that worth doing? That's rather a lot of time versus this one, which is not that much time. The weight difference between a full disk drive and an empty one is? Well, that depends on whether it's solid or gas. 3.5 tons of premium gourmet glizzies? What the heck is a glizzy? Is that a word? You're messing with me, right? Alright. The Mark III for the double heat sink upgrade. I like. Actually, what do we have? 2S. Single heat sinks, SRM4s. No, if we're going to put 6,000 minutes into it, we're getting double heat sinks. No disrespect on the glizzy. Okay, I'm like 90% sure that you're just messing with me now. Green tech. We'll have, yeah, Salmon. Shouldn't be doing much of anything else. What else have we got? We've still got this Mark II Archer here, which we can be turning into a Mark III Archer for, again, about 6,000 minutes. Glizzy is a real word and a real food, and it's something you probably eat. It's a slang word for hot dog. I see. I've never heard that before. And for the record, yes, I do occasionally eat or glizzies, as you say. So, we got a personnel market. Okay. Ooh, an elite soldier leading a field gunner AC5 team. 3 autocannon 5s. Oh, I don't know why I did that. Because I definitely want all of these people. Even the greens, because greens are good for refits. Now, do we need more field gunners, I wonder? 5 squads there, 4 squads there. Would be able to drop one of these 10s into the heavies if I did that. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Oof. Some of these guys are better than others, apparently. 5s? 5s are not great. Alright, but enough messing about with infantry for right now. I can go ahead and do some of that off screen as far as cleaning up their rank and everything. Lark professional Lizzie Slinger. Try saying that 5 times fast. Alright, so now we've got even more techs, and we should have Chris. With full time available, let's go ahead and knock out some armor, shall we? I saw that we just used some edge, so that's kind of unfortunate. I wish I had saved it for something more important. Because if I'm not mistaken, you get your edge back on a weekly basis. There we go. Firestarter, yeah, we've got some 72 minutes left. Now we need a full complement of artillery infantry. I prefer mobile artillery. Just seems to me like it would be easier to deploy and whatnot. But I'm not saying I'm against the idea. On a 7, no, we've got a veteran with full day tomorrow who has edge. So we'll do that instead. 32. So 25 and 5. Sure. And we're about to have a fire starter, so that'll be cool. Doodles continue on the smaller jobs, which in this case is going to be armor. Maybe an ammo bin. Sure, why not? Regulars doing stabilizers. Got that time. Machine guns. Running that XP. I don't want that thumper ammo. Something tells me it's more expensive than machine gun ammo. Alright, so now we've got... Okay. Now I checked and I don't have any refit kits for this design that we can use. I do have a couple that I would like to use, like this one, but it adds a medium pulse laser and Artemis in case. So I think we're just gonna have to start from scratch. Clicked the wrong thing. Alright, first thing, yeah, Mark II works for me. We're gonna go standard tech. We're gonna go double heat sinks, and I guess that's gonna be 12 until we figure out what our crits look like. No need to add any armor. So what can we do with 8 tons, actually? How many more heat sinks can we fit? It looks like 4. Well, with 30 heat sinks, should be enough to fire everything but, say, the LRMs, and drop our heat by, should be 3. And that does leave us 5 tons. Not a whole lot of crit space. What do we do with 5 tons? Do we add a large laser for some extra long range goodness? Get out of that 9 hex bracket? I think we can do that. And it looks like it fits very nicely right here where we can pad out that autocannon ammo a little better. Is this spot empty? Don't know why it was that. I guess our left arm will be our shield arm because it has less heat sinks in it. There. Now we can fire everything except the LRMs and the large laser and drop 3 heat should be. Or we could fire everything except the LRMs and build up 5 heat in one turn. I think I like it. It is just bristling with weapons. And that's going to take, a couple months. Might as well get a regular tech working on that. Alright, what else can we start refitting? Not the Awesome, the Orion, definitely. Do we have any refit kits for that we like? Got one here with double heat sinks. Bumps the LRMs back up. Keeps with the max armor. Adds some ammo. I mean, it adds a little bit of firepower, but more importantly, it lets you fire everything. That's what, 12, 17, and run for 19 and still be cool? Yeah, we're definitely doing that. And that's only going to take 9,400 minutes to get to the roll. And then we might even actually succeed on the roll on a 9. Let's see, this one's already a Mark III. 6R. 6R Mark II version 1, which, yeah. How about just the Mark II? Okay, that one does not have a bunch of high-tech stuff that we don't have access to. It does have 8 points more armor by dropping half a ton of machine gun ammo. So that's not really a modification. Actually, sort these by time. So this is the one that just drops half a ton of machine gun ammo for armor. These are all cannon. This one just drops the small lasers and machine guns, or the machine guns and ammo for small lasers. It drops the SRM for medium lasers. And just the way that works out, it ends up with 6 of each. And 6 medium lasers puts out 18 points of heat. So that does work out nicely. Or we could go with the double heatsink version, which adds 3 tons of armor, thereabouts. For 14,000 minutes, yeah, go ahead and have Alexandru working on that. Was there anything else that we want to be working on? This guy needs a cockpit, but once he has that, yeah, double heat sinks would be swell on him. The Mackie, we wouldn't mind doing something with as well. Kazuko, go ahead and take that out of storage. Oh, no, not refurb. That one has double heat sinks. I think for right now, I'm just trying to go with more basic upgrade. Yeah, LBXs, we don't have access to that. 7A gets rid of the primitive cockpit, gets rid of the primitive armor, upgrades the autocannon 5 to a 20 and adds a large laser. Whereas this one, 21 heat sinks, 2 PPCs, autocannon 20. 2 PPCs and autocannon 20. 1 PPC and autocannon 20. Missing something. How do they pull that off? Let's go ahead and just get started on the easy one. Or I should say the quicker one. We'll have George Valdez working on that. He's not going to make that 11, I bet. So that should be... Oh, we also wanted to do something with the Emperor, didn't we? We'll activate that. We'll use one of our regular techs to do that. How about Kai? 5A, a bunch of basic stuff, nothing major. Adds 2 large lasers and 6 points of armor and 6 teeth and jump jets. Okay, so yeah, we can 29,000 minutes almost. Regular mech deck. Where was that one that I saw earlier that I really wanted to use because I didn't like his name? I think it was Shoyab. I don't like names that I find hard to pronounce. What can I say? Okay, so that is like half of our half a screen's, well, half a screen's worth of mechs being refitted. We're going to be waiting on refit kits for some time. We're just waiting on a cockpit there and some armor here. Five. Not quite the odds I was hoping for. We'll wait on the leg and, well, Shasta on a 7. I don't like names that I find hard to pronounce. Okay, I'll be sure to send all names in Cyrillic form from now on. Now, that's not even fair. That's not cool, because not only do I find that hard to pronounce, I don't even know how to pronounce it. I don't understand Cyrillic in the slightest. I'm pretty much exclusively a Romance language speaker. So I apologize for my lack of worldliness, but I don't know what you want from me. Okay, so seems like that list got a whole lot shorter. Aside from the double heat sinks, there shouldn't be much between us and these refit kits. So we've got an arm actuator, some bombs, some armor finally. A little sad that we actually ran out of that. SRM-6 ammo, head, some LRM-20 ammo, primitive armor, medium lasers, Gauss rifle ammo, some more actuators and jump jets. A bunch of good news here. Sensor's gonna be another day. Chris failed to fix the armor on the fire starter with a 4. I thought I could count on you, Chris. The left arm and the left leg are gonna be a little while. Orion's gonna be a bit. Atlas is gonna be a bit. Stalker is not gonna be that much of a bit. Okay. Finding a bunch of parts. Double heat sinks are only going to be, I think Kari is going to be the only one. Yeah, our only elite administrator is going to be the only one who can get those double heat sinks. But other administrators can find other parts, so that's cool. Salvage arm is rating F. That surprises me. We might not be able to get that one at all, actually, because we're only capping out at 4, I think. All right. No cockpit has arrived. Left leg is in progress. Left arm is in progress. What else is there? Placing armor, but we don't not have any armor. I thought we got 5 tons. Or was that primitive? That was regular armor. Ten tons of primitive armor, 5 tons of standard armor. Why are we out of armor? That's strange. I don't know what's going on here. mean, did we already use it all somehow with all of those in progress repairs? Yeah, it all says in transit, except for 500 points of primitive. Weird. Hope that's not a persistent bug. Alright, so that thumper should be off the roster here in a couple more days. Firestarter, for some reason, doesn't have armor. The Atlas, waiting on a cockpit. So that is the repairs almost completely done. And we still need to figure out how we're going to build this next lance. Also, I don't know if we're going to be able to add things to that lance while they're being refitted. Let me check on that real quick. Add unit, add unit. Apparently we have no units that we can add. Okay. So we're not going to be able to build a third lance the way we want it until all of the refits are done. But in the meantime, oh, that was the commanders. I'm trying to figure out why this one didn't get fixed for at the time. We'll have Kazuka pull that out of mothballs. Pull one of these guillotines out of mothballs. Thunderbolt. That is a bone stock thunderbolt. But you know what? We'll use it for our purposes. Sure. And oh yeah, we've got this 3N Mark II with double heat sinks that I wanted to get into action if we could. Now, these are all mechs that no one had claimed. These are all going to be mech warriors that no one's playing as. So let's see. We've got a veteran pilot, not spend XP, assigned to unit. Put him in the guillotine or the rifle. I think the guillotine. And then this guy will be in the rifleman. And a couple of regulars. We've got Archer, Thunderbolt, and the Quick Draw. Alright, we should be able to build a bit of a lance out of that. Okay, well, it's not quite a medium lance. The Thunderbolt? Or not the Thunderbolt, the assigned someone besides Ash. Where did that other mech go? Was the Atlas? Was the Orion? Oh, duh, they're still here. Yeah, the rifleman definitely. And that puts us at towards the upper bounds of a heavy lance. This icon will go mech heavy. I didn't go past it. Go. We'll go alphanumeric. We'll go Charlie low. Here. And then we're gonna go standard lance. And I guess for the color we can go, why not compelling green? Just for now. Speaking of which, force icon, formation. We are a full lance over here. Alright, so now we've got 3 lances, more or less. So that'll have an effect on the contracts that become available to us. Well, let me do that just because. Monroe, we'll do those. We'll have Fred and Guillaume. I know, I said that I'm a Romance language speaker, and then a French name just throws me for a total loop. I know. I have no excuses. And now I think we need a couple more LRM-20s. Parts in use. Hey, not everyone can be Mr. Worldwide. I appreciate that. I'm glad that you're willing to cut me some slack. We'll spend 1 million C-bills on LRM-20s. Sure, no problem. We've got 70 million C-bills. That's one thing that I notice is a big difference between MekHQ and HBS Battletech is the budgets. In HBS Battletech, if you've got 10 million C-bills, you're doing fantastic. In MekHQ, if you've got 10 million C-bills, you might be in trouble depending on the size of your unit. And it's not uncommon to have like 1 billion C-bills in the bank, depending on how well you're doing and how big your unit is. So that's it for repairs for today, I believe. Is going to be another couple days. Thunderbolt, we're not really worried about reloading those, but I might do it anyway just to get it off my list. Sure. Double checking. Alright, and we're probably also going to need... Okay, those are all being refitted. I think everything is being maintained, except for this one. We'll see how that goes. Yep, it doesn't mind, because it doesn't actually need maintenance, because that's basically all it's getting all day. So, leg has arrived, hand, upper arm, some autocannon ammo, some bombs, LRM ammo, some raw arms, another medium laser, a cockpit, finally. Almost jumped over to the repair bin. HBS, just like the combat, has a watered down but still comparable finance system. MechWarrior, specifically 5, might as well not have one, because aside from repairing in a war zone, bills never really break your bank. And I think it's interesting that it's balanced the way it is, because in a war zone it seems like it can be quite a challenge, but it's only like, what, like it isn't like a 20% difference or something? It's something I remember being surprisingly small. So we failed to get the arm and the leg on the archer. That's fine. Still working on the thumper. Destroyed the left leg we were trying to put on the fire starter. Salvage arms still unavailable. Double heat sinks are a work in progress. Hikari Ono is gaining buku XP doing all of this. Speaking of which, 20's not enough for really anything. Except for Edge, but I don't want Edge yet. I really want the 40 XP to go up to Elite. And then we can start buying more Edge and branching out our skills. But that's going to be a little bit. So, we're down to 65-ish million C-bills. So, when you go on a spending spree like this, it can go relatively quickly. But not like catastrophically so. we are going to need to replace leg on that fire starter, so we might have to order another one of those. Just don't break it, okay? Susan, you spend like 4 days doing that, I think. And then this is going to be, well, still another couple days. Bunch of parts are still arriving. We did get the arm on the archer. We did not get the leg on the archer. The cockpit in the Atlas is going to be another day. The engine is going to be another day. Left arm on the fire starter. Cool. Left leg is not on the fire starter yet. Let's see. The Orion refit's going to be a while. Atlas refit is going to be a long while. The Stalker is almost done. Archer Mark III is almost done. Warhammer is going to be a bit. Hikari Ono failed to find more than one double heatsink and is not going to be able to find the salvage arm, period. So we'll just go ahead and take that off the list. Let's see, we should have some armor finally. Thank you. Probably Penny doing the littlest jobs available for now. Or, you know, I could just burn through these real quick. So that looks like it for the limbs that need to be put back on. Oh, was he? Was he green? Yeah, he was green. That's why he needed a 7. And then Oliver Costa destroys the next one, even though he's a regular and should know better. But he rolled Snake Eyes because he is a lamer. Excuse me. So I hate to say it, guys. I thought that I was gonna have more time available today to get some of this out of the way, but sadly, it's not quite the case. I'm gonna have to wrap this up in probably about the next 15 minutes. But I am really glad that I was able to get this out of the way without tying up the regular stream. So I appreciate you guys sticking with me, and it's been fun. But I just wanted to give you a heads up on that we're not going to be going in as long as I would like to. We're going to maybe have enough time to finish these repairs and then maybe advance a few days towards getting some of these refits done. Got a whole bunch of parts in. Failed to get the left leg on the Archer again. We did get the cockpit on the Atlas. We did salvage the Thumper. It should be getting removed from the roster here soon. The Firestarter is going to be another day on that leg. Orion, Atlas, Stalker is being worked on. Archer is being worked on. Thumper has been removed. Double heatsinks have been found. Giovanna cannot find double heatsink. Only Hikari. And that's going to be another couple of days on that. We'll have Shasa do that because I like the way the numbers worked out. Have Chris work on this leg and hopefully not breaking it. That's going to be it until we get the leg on. The Atlas is unrepairable. The Firestarter is a work in progress. Alright, so that's it for today's repairs. And actually, how many green techs do we still have? We've got 2 green techs not doing anything. Which means we've got 2 techs who could be refitting a mech that aren't. The Banshee, for example. We're going to go standard tech. We're going to go double heat sinks. I'm going to drop that down to 11 just for now. That saves us 10 tons. How does that save us 10 tons? And oh, because we were at 21. For some reason, I was thinking we were at 20 heat sinks. So what can we do? We could add, well, heck, we could add another 10 heat sinks. How many crits are we looking at here? Those are not all going to fit on this mech. I can guarantee that. Could, well, we do. We could rearrange these medium lasers. Oh, wait. Yeah, let's go ahead and swap this medium laser over here. Oh, wait, hold on. Did not notice that. Okay, so we're gonna put this medium laser here. That saves us room for 2 of these. So now that's gonna give us 4 tons to play with and 2 crits. Or we could go the large laser route, drop 1 more heat sink. The simple fact of the matter is that we have to do this. That's a bare minimum. And that's just so that the crits fit. So now we've got 4 tons and 6 empty crit spaces. So we could load up on medium lasers. Lark, this is your ride right now. If you've got any input, I'm certainly listening. So we've got 4 tons left over, but we're already running hot, especially with those 2 PPCs. We could, well, we couldn't replace those with the RPPCs because those aren't available yet. But eventually we could replace those with ERPPCs and do better bracket firing. Because 15 and 15 is 30, plus 3 is 33, plus walking is 34. So we'd be heat neutral firing 2 ERPPCs and an autocannon 10 and walking. I like the weapon loadout as is for now. Yeah, but you've got 4 tons, and I don't know what to do with it. It's, oh, about armor. I didn't even think of that. Okay, so that, let's just add 1 medium laser, shall we? And I guess we'll put it in the arm. Go 32 there, 30 there, 40 there, 40 there. Torso already looks like it's pretty close to maxed out. Go. Wait, did I overdo it? Yeah, we're gonna need to free up. Wait. Four. Alright. So that keeps the weapon loadout basically the same as it was. It adds 1 medium laser, but more importantly, you go from having a heat threshold of 21 to 34. So that's almost a 50% increase. I like it. It adds a significant amount of armor. It's still slower than Doggy Do, but should have no problem unloading everything every turn, just about, with the exception of one of the PPCs. So we'll go ahead and have, since everyone needs an 11 or better, and I'm not going to commit one of my veterans to this, and the difference between a 12 and a 14 is negligible, we'll have dual Vikar bin Amr doing your work. And that's going to take, some time, 26,000 minutes. Yeah, we might have to take a month off and just chill doing refits for a bit. Slow but purposeful. Yes, absolutely. Time check. Yeah, I do apologize, guys, but I do need to be wrapping this up. But I'm glad that we made some good progress today. Double heat sinks have been added to the procurement list. Why did we not have enough? I thought we had like 100 almost. Anyway, yeah, we've got 30 of them now being procured. Did we? We didn't use all of the 100, did we? We only added them to the Atlas, 2 archers. Actually, we added double heat sinks to a lot of things. The Orion, the Warhammer. Yeah, I could see maybe we went through 100 heat sinks. Alright. So I've still got a little bit of cleaning up to do with the ranks and everything. Stuff like this. Is a veteran? Veteran, yeah. Veterans or sergeants, I guess, is what I'm doing here. Also going to be a sergeant. You know, this kind of stuff. Anyway, I'll do that off camera. It's been great having you guys. I do appreciate you joining me. Like, comment, follow, subscribe, be a part of the community. Link to the Discord is in my bio. Link to YouTube, link to Twitch. I mean, they're linked to each other, if you follow my meaning. Thanks again for joining me. We'll be doing our regular Thursday stream this week, but not Friday. So we will see you guys then. Have a good one.